Are we ready? You guys see her? There she is, right there. There she is, little baby. Anyway, I'm record. This is the video I recorded after the making the "She Found Me" video. Anyways, this is Henry Kissinger versus Ho Chi Minh by Casey Simpson. Okay, I don't know either of these guys, but I am willing to do my research. You know how I am. This was suggested by Jack Reed. Thank you so much for the suggestion. I really appreciate it. We're nearing the end of your suggestions here. That being said, the original video as well as Casey Simpson's channel will be linked down in the description below. Go support them in any way you possibly can. Like, comment, subscribe to them, all the good stuff. The only connection I could figure between these two is that they were both, I believe, war criminals.
Secretary of State Henry Kissinger first.
Excuse me?
Secretary of State Henry Kissinger.
Oh, Kissinger. Clean your glasses.
First, the president of North Vietnam. Power-hungry psychopathic Zionist Jew. Not my words, that's what your boss Nixon called you. Your books are prolific.
Yeah, that's what it seems about right.
It's true. Trying to be the most anti-Semitic Jew. Protecting Jews in gas.
I love how his shit keeps falling off.
And said anti-Semitism is the Jews' fault.
I love how this is. He is having the exact opposite reaction of the guy who played Bob the Builder in Bob Ross versus Bob the Builder when his helmet kept falling off. He just kept getting pissed at it. Like this, he's doing the exact opposite of what he was doing.
I fought for freedom, quoting Washington and Wilson. You cheated on your wife, I guess, quoting Clinton. Then you dated Candace Bergen and McCrane, the famous singer. You may have posed as a square, but Henry, you're a swinger. Your evil killed millions, always scheming. It's sick. The most murderous conservatives is Clemens von Metternich. Well, he said the men who made.
Okay.
Power-hungry psychopathic Zionist Jew.
Power-hungry psychopathic Zionist Jew. Let me look up if that's real. Okay, so I don't know if that insult directly is true, but I did find out that Richard Nixon did call him Jew boy, so I don't know if that's right.
Not my words, that's what your boss Nixon called you. Your books are prolific. You wrote a lot, it's true. Trying to be the most
anti-Semitic Jew. Oof.
Protecting Jews in gas chambers at Salt.
You dismissed what?
Trying to be the most anti-Semitic Jew.
You dismissed protecting Jews in gas chambers at Salt. What is Salt? At Salt. Salt gas chambers. This is probably going to be looking really bad for my search history, but I'm looking it up. Salt. I don't know what salt is. I do know what gas chambers are. Don't worry about it. I can't find anything on it, at least not in the first few searches. So.
And said anti-Semitism is the Jews' fault.
And said anti-Semitism is the Jews' fault? That's crazy.
I fought for freedom, quoting Washington and Wilson.
Ho Chi Minh. Okay. Who did Ho Chi Minh quote? Not fight against. Who did quote? Famously quoted Thomas Jefferson in the Declaration of Independence of Vietnam. Citing the U.S. Declaration of Independence, all men are created equal, to argue for Vietnam's independence from France. He also quoted the French Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen, 1791, and frequently cited Mahatma Gandhi as an influence. Okay.
You cheated on your wife, I guess.
cheated on your wife, I guess quoting Clinton. Cause Clinton wasn't loyal with all he did with Trump and shit.
You dated Candace Bergen
They did Candace Bergen
and McCrane the famous.
and McLean, the famous
You
singer.
may have posed as a square, but Henry,
You may have posed as a square, but Henry, you're a swinger. Posed as a square. Posed as a square. But Henry, you're a swinger. I don't think I'm gonna get that one even if I look it up. So you tell me.
you're a swinger. Your evil killed millions, always scheming. It's sick. The most murderous conservatives is Clemens von.
Clemens von Metternich. Clemens von Metternich. Oh, he looks like a murderer. German statesman and diplomat. What was he known for? A dominant Austrian diplomat and statesman who shaped European politics for 3 decades as chancellor. He is best known for masterminding the Congress of Vienna, promoting strict conservatism to suppress liberal/slash nationalist revolts, and establishing the Concert of Europe to maintain a balance of power after Napoleon. Okay, so he's the guy that came after Napoleon.
Well, he said the men who make history don't write it. When I make history, I write it and I fight it. I fought the battle of the Bulge, so I beg your pardon. Didn't you let your men die? Well, you stayed home to guard it. Won the Nobel Peace Prize, please me evil. You executed, tortured, and starved your own people. You tried to kill landlords with government troops, but 3/4 of the time you killed a tenant. Oops. When your people had a choice, a million fled south. Ooh. I'm burning you down, shooting verbal napalm out my mouth. Too soon. I invited nuclear war, so sorry, Uncle Ho. I have a peaceful legacy. You're just a wannabe Uncle Joe. You sabotaged our.
Okay. So far, Henry Kissinger is winning because he kind of brought up a lot more.
He said the men who make history don't write
The men who make history don't write it. It's true.
it. When I make history, I write it.
I write it. So he's basically saying that quote's not true. I do what he doesn't.
And I fight it.
He said doesn't happen.
Battle of the Bulge.
The Battle of the Bulge. I heard about this in history class once. I don't remember what it was for. I think it was for like a piece of land. I don't remember.
So I beg your pardon. Didn't you let your men die? Well, you stayed home to guard.
Didn't you let your men die while you stayed home to garden? Damn.
You won the Nobel Peace Prize, please me evil. You executed, tortured, and starved your own
You executed, tortured, and starved your own people. Okay.
people. You tried to kill landlords with government troops, but 3/4 of the time you killed a tenant.
3/4 of the time, you killed the tenant. I don't think that was Ho Chi Minh's fault, really. I think that was, well, it might have been actually. Now that I think about it, I was gonna say it was probably the troops' fault for getting it wrong, but then I'm like, okay, maybe Ho Chi Minh was actually like, okay, go kill this guy, and and they were like, okay, and they kill the guy, and they're like, oh, it's the tenant. Never mind. Oh my god.
Oops. When your people had a choice, a million fled
When your people had the choice, 1,000,000 fled south.
south. I'm burning you down. Verbal napalm out my.
Shooting verbal napalm. I think napalm was mainly used in the Vietnam War, right? I don't remember.
Too soon. By the nuclear war, so sorry, Uncle Ho. I have a peaceful legacy. You're just a wannabe Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe. Okay. Uncle Joe. That's a song by Trevor Hall. I think what they're talking about is Joseph Stalin. I think that's who they're talking about.
You sabotaged our peace talks so you could gain power. Chile to more than Pakistan, you killed in 1 hour. You even began the Khmer Rouge, 3 million dead. But what's one more genocide when you bomb Cambodia red? Your prize meant satire, survived no longer. Half the noble staff resigned, said it couldn't be wronger. Even you tried to give it back, you worthless warmonger. The evil you do immediately, the sinister takes longer. You've always been a snitch, going back to Harvard College. Secretary of State.
Oh no, I fucked up bad.
always been a snitch, going back to Harvard College. You saw children disappearing, they were kidnapped with your knowledge. Through all your war crimes, you never saw that you're the hero. Your Bob still explode today, leaving motherless children. Listen, you fall for.
Your bombs explode today, leaving motherless children? Is that what he said?
You sabotaged our peace talks so you could gain power. She did more than Pakistan, you killed in 1 hour.
In 1 hour? That's... I hate to say it, but that's really impressive.
You even began the
Okay.
Khmer Rouge,
The Khmer Rouge.
dead.
3 million dead.
But what's one more genocide when you bomb Cambodia?
What's one more genocide when you bomb Cambodia red? When you bomb them in their bloodstains? Okay.
Your prize meant satire, survived no.
Political satire became obsolete when Henry Kissinger was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. Wow. He must have did some fucked up. Okay. Well, I mean, he did. Noting what Ho Chi Minh is saying.
Half the Nobel staff resigned, said it couldn't be wrong. Even you tried to give it back. You worthless womonga.
He tried to give back the Nobel Peace Prize after. I'm assuming after the backlash. Ooh, fuck.
The evil you do immediately, the sinister thing.
The evil you do immediately, the sinister takes longer. The evil you do immediately. Okay, hold on. I gotta look up who said that. The evil you do immediately, the sinister takes longer. I got the wrong quote. Okay, so I didn't that wasn't an exact quote as far as I could see.
You've always been a snitch, going back to Harvard College.
Kissinger gave FBI information as teacher in 1950s. Fuck. Okay.
Children disappearing, they were kidnapped with
They were kidnapped.
your knowledge.
They were kidnapped with your knowledge. Oh, are they saying that? Oh, all these kids went missing the same time as your knowledge did. You got dumber.
Through all your war crimes, you never saw that you're the hero. Your Bob still explode today, leaving motherless children.
When did this video come out? Hold on, I gotta check it. 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Listen, you forfeit little man. Stick to baking pies. You're as bad as Christopher Hitchens at the seat and selling lies. You banned education, but you're the bringer of light. Yeah, I cheated on my wife, but at least I had a sex life. You really think you won the war? Then what were you really fighting for? Look around. Vietnam isn't even communist anymore. Your torture caused millions to climb onto boats and flee. Thousands drowned trying to reach the country run by me. You're no revolutionary. You're a fraud. You tried to join the French. They thought you stupid and guffaw. Then Wilson too gave you the bench. You turned to Lenin to feel included. KMT found you ill-suited. So to get revenge, you start a war. God, look at you. I mean, it's one thing more. You failed at too. Boom.
Why do you do that? Oh, there's no credits. I can't. Okay. I'm gonna look at the in the description then to look at the credits.
Leaving motherless children.
I think Ho Chi Minh actually won the second round, so I'm gonna call this battle a tie.
Listen, you forfeit little man.
And now I gotta look up Ho Chi Minh height. Ho Chi Minh height. He was 5'5", but he's not far off from 4 foot.
Stick to baking pies. You're as bad as Christopher Hitchens at deceit and selling.
You're as bad as Christopher Hitchens as deceit and telling lies. So I'm guessing didn't do well. I don't know.
Lies. You banned education, but you're the bringer of
You banned education? Why the fuck?
light. Yeah, I cheated on my wife, but
Okay, buddy. You're getting minus points for that. Cheating on your wife's not cool.
at least I had a sex life. You really think you won the war? Then what were you really fighting for? Look around. Vietnam isn't even communist anymore.
Oh, basically saying, look at Vietnam currently. It's not communist anymore. You fought for nothing. That's actually a really good point. Yeah, yeah.
Your torture caused millions to climb onto boats and flee. Thousands drowned trying to reach the country run by me.
Second hand run by you. First guy was Richard Nixon.
You're no revolutionary. You're a fraud. You tried to join the French. They thought you stupid and guffaw. Then Wilson too gave you the bench.
Theodore Wilson? I'm guessing that's who that was.
Turned to Lenin to feel included.
Turn to Lenin? Kill John Lennon. No, no, it's a different Lenin. I forget what. I think it's Vladimir Lenin, if I remember right. Yeah.
KMT found you ill suited.
KMT found you ill
To
suited.
get revenge, you start a war. God, look at you. I mean, it's one thing more. You failed at too. Boom.
Okay, let me look at the credits. I looked, it's just them thanking their patrons and nothing else. But anyway, this was interesting. It was pretty good. I think this battle's a tie, if I'm being honest. Henry Kissinger took the first round and Ho Chi Minh took the second. All right, I think this is the first draw of 2026 for me. Anyway, the original video, as well as Casey Simpson's channel, will be linked down in the description below. Go support them in any way possible can. Like, comment, subscribe to them, all that good stuff. Thank you, Jack Reed, for the suggestion. I really appreciate it. With that being said, bye-bye.